Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the whole flock of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Gotta give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah. The Most High, the Heavenly Father, his Hebrew name is Yahweh, not Yahweh, not Jehovah, not God, not Elohim, not Most High, not Lord, not Yah, not Jah, not Ahaya, not Allah. It's Yahweh. And his only begotten son name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shah. Not Yahshua, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ, not Serapis Christos, not Yeshaya, not Yehoshua. It's Yahweh Shah. So we got to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rekah, Kodash. The bonus to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, whether you can accept it or not. And a sincere salutation to all the Akim pushing this truth and believing this truth toward the four winds of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hopeful elect. And shalom to the Akwa who are listening and learning, the few sisters who are listening and learning. I'm Isaiah from Jim Messolano, Kemp, coming into another lesson in truth, facts, faith, and edification. Another daily edification, Lord willing, is be edifying. So I titled this lesson, Esau's demise is close, which demise means death. So I'm going to play this word and I'm going to get these precepts. Again, Lord willing, we can get through this. Demise. So demise, and this is why I titled it demise, because it means death. It's a person's death, and they got similar words. Death, dying, passing away, passing on, loss of life, expiry, expiration, end, departure from life. It said decease. There's other words say quietus, death or something that causes death, and that's Esau. It tell you that now John 10:10, the thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. It's a quietus, death or something that causes death, regarded as a release from life, and that's these devils, man. So the demise, Esau's demise is close. And I was meditating on this lesson. I've been meditating on it a while, like I was saying, but I never did a lesson on it. I always mention it, how the Lord had Isaac to bless Esau with the sword, but he never told him that he was going to die by that same sword, right? So in Genesis 3:15, it reads, and this is dealing with the serpent and his seed line, which the seed line of serpent are the so-called white people today, the Edomites. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. Right? So when you go to the precept on this verse, Genesis 3:15, it's seen to Romans 16:20, right? About the bruising of the head, about the bruising of the head and the heel, right? It's Romans 16:20. It reads, and the God of peace shall bruise Satan under your feet shortly. The grace of our Lord Yahweh Shah be with you. Amen. Right? And the God of peace is who? Yahweh Shah, shall bruise Satan under your feet shortly. So when you read this, then I was meditating on this, right? When you go to Genesis 25:25, it reads, and the first came out red all over like an hairy garment. And you can go into Exodus 26 and to tell you how they used to dye the garments red, right? Like if you kill a ram or a deer, you dye the garments red. So it's telling you that Esau was red all over like a garment, like a red dyed garment. So because a lot of people get it twisted. It say, and after that came out his brother, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel. Right? What does that mean? When you go to Job 18:9, it reads, it's talking about Esau Edom. It reads, the jinn shall take him by the heel. Who is the jinn? It's Jacob. And it tell you in Numbers 23, a star shall come out of Jacob. Matter of fact, let's get it. I think it's Numbers 24. Yeah, Numbers 24:19, it reads, matter of fact, 18, it says, Edom shall be a possession. Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly. Verse 19, out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion, and shall destroy him that remaineth of the city. Right? talking about who's going to come out of Jacob, Yahweh, right? And what is that in is it Numbers 23? When they say a star shall come out of Jacob. Um, anyway, so it say out of Jacob. No, right here, Numbers 24 and 17. It say, I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him. That's why I ain't know where they ain't have it highlighted. And I say, he say, this is what Balak said. Balaam, I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not nigh. There shall come a star out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel, and shall smite the corners of Moab and destroy the children of Sheph. Right? So it say, out of Jacob shall come he that has that out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion. So in Job 18 and 9, it's the jinn shall take him by the heel. Now, when you read, as we read in Genesis 25, it's talking about Jacob holding Esau's heel. What it tell you, out of Jacob shall come him that shall have dominion, right? So it said the jinn shall take him by the heel, and the robber shall prevail against him. Who is the robber? Now they tell you they don't believe in Yahweh Shah, but why would they create a space force, right? The sixth branch of the military, because they watching for the robber, man. That's going to come. What does it say? 2 Peter 3. It said Yahweh Shah shall come like a thief in the night, man, to 2/3 of Israel and to these heathens, right? This is 2 Peter 3 and 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night. You see? So when you read Job, again, Job 18 and 9, it reads, the jinn shall take him by the heel, and the robber shall prevail against him. And we read earlier, we're going to read it again, 2 Thessalonians 2 and 8. And that and say, and then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. So in Job 18 and 9, when they say the jinn shall take him by the heel, meaning Israel, right? Yahushua, the head of Judah. It said the jinn shall take him by the heel, because the Lord came out of Judah, right? Judah is what? The head tribe. Hebrews 7:14 say, what is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah. The jinn shall take him by the heel, and the robber shall prevail against him. Well, that robber is talking about Yahushua, man, right? So this is Hosea chapter 12 and 3. It reads, he took his brother by the heel in the womb, and by his strength, whose strength? Yahweh, and by his strength he had power with Yahweh Shema Shah. You see, the Lord gave Jacob power to wrestle that angel, man. Right? So that taking Jacob by the heel, meaning he was gonna be, it was just a point of time they was gonna live and be wickedly, and the Lord was gonna take them out of that rulership, man. Oh, I was gonna mention this too. It's a lot of these YouTubers exposing what goes on behind the scenes with these rulers, right? It's a through their carnal lenses, through their world's wisdom. You got these YouTubers. A lot of them be these Edomites, but they through their carnal lenses, they bring out a lot of things behind the scenes that goes on with these devils, right? In their kingdom falling, and we it's kind of like we backing them up with the scriptures, man, proving that everything that these YouTubers bring out on these devils, meaning exposing them, what goes on behind the scene with the rulers, the scriptures make it accurate, man. Okay, because everything that goes on with these devils, hey, a lot of these, like you got what's his guy name? Uh 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 Dabu 7, right? It's a lot of these Dabu 7s out here, man. These YouTubers. And they're exposing these devils, man. Right? They're exposing these devils behind the scenes, what they do. But the scriptures, but you got the apostles, elder bishops, elders, younger brothers. Hey, we bring it out as what? As letting you know that these devils is accurate, what they go into, man. Exposing these devils, right? That's another trick bag, man. This devil's gonna rule by the sword, as Isaac blessed him, but he never told him he was gonna die by the same sword, man. So right here in Genesis 27 and 38, it reads, and Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing? My father blessed me, even me also, my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and of the dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword shall thou live. Right? So Isaac told Esau he was gonna live by the sword. He's gonna have the blessing of the whole earth. It say, and shall serve thy brother, which they did, right, under King David. And it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. And they did that during the time of Solomon. Hey, bro, Dawah, you can post that precept again. I mean, I can get it, but just to have it on wax. It say Esau broke his yoke, right? When Solomon went off and the Lord split the kingdom from Solomon, right? And they tell you that Hadad the Edomite, man, right? The Lord stirred him up. The brother had it on the live screen, but technical madness. So we had to come to a scream yard. And so it say, and by the sword shall thou live, and shall serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. So the point of the lesson is Isaac never told Esau that same sword that you live by, you're going to die by it. Here is Revelation chapter 13 and 10, and it reads, Revelation 13 and 9, they say, if a man have an ear, if any man have an ear, let him hear, meaning understand this saying, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints, right? So as the Lord put the spirit in Solomon to do what he did, then the kingdom was split, right? So the kingdom was split, as it said in Genesis 27, that he told Esau that he shall live by the sword, and he shall when he break the yoke of his brother, right? So in what is that? Was it Second Kings? Let me see real quick. Bear with me for a second. So this First Kings chapter 11 and 14, right? So this one that yoke was broken. First Kings 11 and 14, and the Lord stirred up an adversary unto Solomon, Hadad the Edomite. He was of the king's seed in Edom, right? Now this is what Elisha told Hazael, which was of the king's seed, right? Because Hadad fled to Egypt, and he took over Egypt and Damascus and Syria, right? Through time. So this is what Elisha told him. This is 2 Kings 8 and verse 12. And Hazael said, why weepeth my Lord? And he was talking to Elisha, and Elisha answered, because I know the evil that thou wilt do unto the children of Israel. Their strongholds will thou set on fire, and their young men, our stronghold was Jerusalem, and their young men will thou slay with the sword, and will dash their children and rip up their women with child. This is what Elisha told Hazael, which was the son of Hadad, right? It say, because I know the evil that thou would do unto the children of Israel, their strongholds will thou set on fire, and their young men will thou slay with the sword, Hazael the Edomite, and will dash their children. When the conquistadors, the Spaniards came over here, did not they dash the children up, right? Grab them by the feet and bash their heads against the stones. When they had 13 Issachar, Gad, Reuben hanging up 13 at a time, with a fire killing up on them, right? And that young men will die slay with the sword and will dash the strength. They did this. That's why King David said that in Psalm 137, man. Remember, Edom. It say, and rip up their women with child. Did not these devils cut open the Israelite women that was pregnant with babies? Yeah, they did this, man. They did this, man. So as Isaac told Esau, you're gonna live by the sword, but he never told him you was gonna die by that same sword, man. So that's the jinn taking him by the heel, man. Okay? And the robber shall prevail against him. Job 18:9, man. That's your Hawashai. When you get told you're gonna when you get we gotta use Genesis 27. When Isaac told Esau he's gonna live by the sword, when he told him that, but he never told him, well, son, you're gonna live by that sword, you're gonna rule, you're gonna become great in the earth, but you gotta die by that same sword again. He never told him that. That's being in the trick bag, man. That's the gin that was set, the trap, the snare, right? Right. It say, cause out on your house, Psalm 139, Psalm 137 to 9, happy shall he be that taketh and dashes thy little ones against the stone, right? Now I was mentioning earlier, I was on YouTube live. These devils done strike my channel, my main channel, and my first backup channel, because I got 3 backup channels. These devils strike my main channel and my first backup channel of a video that I did months ago. It was titled, They That Trust in the Lord, They That Trust the Lord Shall Understand the Truth, right? I appealed it, of course, on both channels, waiting on them to respond. Because they tell me it was hate speech. It was titled, I ain't used no videos, so they won't give me no copyright strike, none of that. It was titled, They That Trust in the Lord Shall Understand the Truth. And they strike me. I woke up about 2 o'clock thinking I'm finna go live with this lesson on my main channel. And my main channel and my first backup channel got a strike, man. But it's cool. Nobody's upset. It doesn't matter. The word, hey, the truth is here, man. These devils is hurt. They and they feeling talking about hate speech. What hate speech? Now in the video I was mentioning, I was talking to a chick a couple months ago, and she was talking about, I was saying the video thinking she might be a potential real. We were talking about the MOTB, and she said, if that's the case, why would they make that? Um, why would they mandate that when it's gonna? She said, what about the old folks? And because I was telling her how China, they said in China did a lesson on it last year, how the only people that using cash in China are the elderly folks because they ain't really good with using PayPal, Apple Pay, right? Cash App, all that. So it's the elderly folks that's using cash. Sweden, they all got the MOTB all different places, right? So she said we was going back and forth about the MOTB. That's what this was the lesson was about mainly. So she was like, she got on her feelings. So she was like, you remember that whole 2000 thing? I was like, yeah, the Y2K. She was like, yeah. She said, you remember they were saying how the world was going to end? All the pastors in the churches were saying how the world was going to end. I'm like, yeah. She said, you remember it used to be guys on the street corners. She said, you know, no, she said, you know those guys that be out there on the corners, on the streets, teaching? She said, they were saying the same thing. She said, and the pastors were saying the same thing in the churches. So she said, we here in 20, there was last year. She said, so we here in 2021, and that makes all of them false prophets, right? So she said, what make you think how you are interpreting Revelation 13, 16 through 18, meaning it's talking about being digital. I said, you don't see how the world is going digital? She was like, yeah, but that's going to affect the old folks. And I started reading the scriptures in the lesson. Well, brother, all the scriptures when it said they shall not regard right the young nor the old, right? They strike my channel, man. It ain't like I had nothing about these devils in the title, none of that. But it's cool though, because this word must go forth, and Amos 8 and 11 is going to take flight soon, man. The famine of the word. Anyway, back to the lesson. Here's Ecclesiasticus. And see, this is the problem. These devils really thought that they was going to keep this truth here. They got all our artifacts, man. All our understanding of antiquities and all our everything. They got it here. Whether it's in the Vatican. Oh, when we watched this movie, what's his movie with Tom Cruise? Not Tom Cruise. Tom Hanks. Uh, Hidden Treasure. When he had to go to this certain library, right, and get the little black book he was looking for, and the president told him, if you come across this book, let me know what's in it on a certain page. They got all our stuff, man. So they done had this truth hid for so long. You thought these devils really thought the Lord wasn't going to give us back this understanding, man. So they hurt. Well, that's them casting that snare, their trap, their net, and their foot is falling into it, man. The Lord said in Deuteronomy 30 and 7, right? It's Ecclesiastes 27. Ecclesiastes 27:26. It reads, whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that setteth a trap shall be taken therein. He that worketh mischief, it shall fall upon him, and he shall not know whence it cometh. And that's what's going on, man. The curses are falling upon these devils, man. It say this is Psalms 56 and 7. Psalm 57 and 6. So you see, the jinn shall take him by the heel, and the robber shall prevail against him in Job 18 and 9. That's what these devils already they have been in a trick bag the whole time, man. It's Psalm 57 and 6. They have prepared a net for my steps. My soul is bowed down. They have digged a pit before me. They have digged a pit before me into the midst whereof they are falling themselves. And what we see going on in the earth, these devils is falling, man. Right. Beautiful precept. Kazak Banyahota. Deuteronomy 30 and 7. And the Lord, Yahweh thy power, will put all these curses upon thy enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. So this is what's happening, man. Okay? This is Psalms 37 and 14. And it reads, the wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy and to slay such as be of upright conversation. And that's why we get strikes. That's why channels get blocked, right? Because of the upright conversation. But the work must continue. It will continue, man. Verse 15 is the point. Their sword, who? Their sword, whose sword? Esau's sword, shall enter into their own heart, and their bows shall be broken. So Isaac blessed Esau with the sword, told him you're going to live, you're going to have dominion, the fatness of the earth, but he never told him you was going to die by that same sword, man. This is Psalms 9 and 15. It reads, the heathen are sunk down in the pit that they made. You see, what's this? What's Babylon the Great North America? It's a pit, man. Okay? It's a snare and a trap, man. It say the heathen are sunk down in the pit that they made, in the net which they hid is their own foot taken. And hey, when you think about their own foot taken in the snare, when these devils set up Babylon the Great, would you think that they would think or that they would know today in 2022 there are homeless Edomites everywhere? This their kingdom, right? So when they established Babylon the Great in 1776, right? Did they think that it was going to be so-called white people on the streets, homeless, not having no place? Huh? No, man. No. This their kingdom. Just like Esau, when he told Jacob, give me some of that. Jacob said, sell me your birthright. Right? What did Esau say? I despise my birthright. Same thing then, when these devils established Babylon the Great, they ain't care about everybody else. They was establishing it for them that was in the midst right then, right? The lead of them. Everybody else that come after, that's why I say in Ecclesiastes 4 and 16, right? There's no end of all the people. It's a even them that was before them, and they that come after should not rejoice in them. Why? Because they got to suffer for what their forefathers did, right? Which we are forefathers. So now you got, like I mentioned last week, you had these three so-called neo-Nazi guys pulled out a small hat out of his car in Orlando and beat him, man. Beat him up, man. Right? Egyptian against the Egyptian, man. Three neo-Nazi guys pulled out a small hat out of his car and put them hands on him, man. Right? That's Egyptians against the Egyptians, which has always been like that. With Antiochus or Alexander the Great, when he died, what happened? His four generals were fighting amongst themselves, right? Over here in Babylon the Great, these devils trying to colonize North America. What happened? It was the French against the Spanish against the British, right? They have always been fighting amongst themselves, man, because they are vile persons. So again, Psalms 9 and 15, the heathen are sunk down in the pit that they made. It's in the net which they have laid, which they have hid, is their own foot taken. So this was Isaac blessing them with the sword, but never tell them they was going to die by the same sword, man. Right? Sedition among men and invading one another, man. That's what's going on. Protesting. You got these guys, these are so-called what I don't know what they is, but they Job 924s. They protesting against the government, man. That's what's going on out here, man. Now let's get this. Let's get this in the blue letter, right? This is Proverbs 18 and 3. I love bringing this out, man. This is Proverbs 18 and 3. It reads, when the wicked cometh, then cometh also contempt, and with ignominy reproach. Let's look at this word ignominy. I've been going into this a lot. This word ignominy is cold, man. So on Google, here's the word ignominy. Ignominy. It's a ignominy. It's a shame, humiliation, embarrassment, disgrace, dishonor, stigma. I went into the other week. One of the words in Revelation 13 and 18 is stigma, right? Kasai stigma. What's the word for stigma? It goes into a prick, right? Palisade. Ain't no coincidence. One of the words for ignominy is stigma, man. It's a shame, humiliation, embarrassment, disgrace, dishonor, stigma. It's a discredit, this degradation, abasement, abasement. This is one of the words for ignominy, man. It's a scandal, infamy, uh, loss of face. What the Lord said when he did to Cain. He said he was hid from him, right? He took his pigment, he put a set of mark upon him, right? Loss of face. These devils is not important, right? So when you go to, watch this, when you go to Psalms, I brought this out the other day too. Hey, the Lord is cold, man. Psalm 73, right? This is dealing with these devils, man. So I just read one of the words for ignominy was loss of face, right? This is Psalm 73 in verse 18. It reads, surely this is Esaw when he said, when you read verse 1 and 2, he said when he saw the prosperity of the wicked, he said, I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked, right? It's a Psalm 73 and 18. Surely thou didst set them in slippery places, that castest them down into destruction, right? It reads, verse 19, how are they brought into desolation as in a moment, like it said in Job 20 and 4, right? Know this of old, that the triumph of the wicked is short, right? And the joy of the hypocrite, but for a moment. It say, how are they brought into desolation as in a moment? They are utterly consumed with terrors. When you read in Job 18, It talks about how terror shall take them, right? This is the point. This is verse 20. This is the Lord. As a dream when one awaketh, so, O Yahweh, will thou awakest, thou shalt despise their image. One of the words for ignominy, reproach, in Proverbs 18:3, it's a loss of their face, right? It's a, as a dream when one awaketh, so, O Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, when thou awakest, thou shalt despise their image. Let's look up this word despise. I was bringing this out. I've been bringing this out a lot, man. This word despise here, it said the Lord is going to despise their image, right? Listen to this.
Strong's H 959. Bazaar. Bazaar.
Now, Proverbs 18:3 said, what? When the wicked cometh, then cometh also contempt. Here's one of the words: to despise, hold in contempt, disdain. What Job said in Job 30:1. I disdain them to sit with the dogs of my flocks. It said to despise, regard with contempt, to be despised, to be despicable, to be vile, worthless, to cause to despise, contemptible, contempt, disdain, vile person, scorn, despise, disdain, contempt, think to scorn, vile person. So the Lord say he will despise their image because they are a vile person, right? Well, what does scripture say? The Lord is beautiful. This is Psalms 12:8. It reads, the wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. It told you, the Lord says he's going to despise their image. One of the words for despise is vile person. The wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. What it say in Job 30? In Job 30, it reads this. Reading the point. This is Job 30:8. It reads, they were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. So in Proverbs 18:3, let's read again. So when Isaac blessed Esau with the sword, man, he never told him you got to die by that same sword, man. Proverbs 18:3. When the wicked cometh, then cometh also contempt, and with ignominy reproach. Reproach. This is the word reproach. Ignominy meaning shame, humiliation, loss of face, right? I'm a blue letter, want to act funny. Esau messing with me. Hey, bless the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shalval. Now I want to free. Oh, it just went through. Hold on, Salakia. So let's look at reproach, right?
Strong's H 2781. Herpa. Herpa.
It's a reproach, scorn, taunt, scorn upon enemy, reproach, resting upon conditions of shame, disgrace. So their rest is disgrace and shame, man. It's a shame, rebuke, reproachfully, rebuke, reproach, shame. So there's these devils, man. So when Isaac blessed Esau, he never told him he was going to die. What you're going to have is shame, contempt, ignominy, reproach, man. The Lord say he's going to despise their image, man. Vile person. Okay? Now, this is Proverbs 26. This is beautiful, man. Proverbs 26:24 reads, he that hateth dissembleth with his lips, and layeth up deceit within him. When he speaketh fair, believe him abomination in his heart, right? 7 abominations in his heart, which mean completion. This devil, that means this devil is fully engulfed in hatred, man, in wickedness. It said there are seven for there are seven abominations in his heart, which is completion. There's no righteousness in none of these devils, whose hatred is covered by deceit. His wickedness shall be showed before the whole congregation. And the Lord said in Jeremiah 49 that he was going to expose these devils. And I had to write this down because I was at the plantation last night. All let's say I wrote down all of these YouTubers like Dabu Seven. It's a lot of Dabu Sevens out here. That's a small, right. You got uh a lot of guys that's talking against them. You got Jeremy Babe, Gerald Salente, Ron Paul, Peter Schiff, Richard Wolf. There's a lot of these Dabu Sevens, right? That's going through all the different things. And I wrote it and say a lot of YouTubers are exposing what goes on behind the scenes with the rulers through their carnal, I say, through their carnal lenses and their world wisdom. And we using the scriptures to show they are accurate, right? You got a lot of these double sevens that's bringing out the things on the elites behind the scenes. Well, we bringing it out through scriptures to show that what they bringing out on their people is accurate according to the words of the Lord, man. And that's why Elder Yashua did a lesson how they, hey, these devils about to get ready to cut YouTube off, man. They gonna cut YouTube. They gonna cut BitShoot. They gonna cut Rumble. They gonna cut Odyssey. They gonna cut all that. Why? Because the Lord said so, man. Famine of the word, man. These devils is ready to roll, man. It's just a matter of time before they do. Why? They hurt. The elites know they can't get their birthright back. So what they gonna do? They don't know when they're gonna be destroyed or how. They just know. Well, no, ain't gonna say how. They don't know when they're gonna be destroyed and when. So their best option is to take down many of us Israelites as possible, man, because they know they're gonna be destroyed. They just don't know when or how, but they know what it's gonna be with, which is intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. So I will do this lesson because Esau demise, which I was going to tell Esau demise through living by the sword, but no, it's wicked. He set up mischief as a law to get over on the world, man. This devil is consumed with wickedness, man. Beautiful precept. Because I just read in Proverbs 12 and 8, it say, when the wicked walk on every side, it say the wicked walk on every side when the violence men are exalted, right? It say, Kazak Ban Yahweh, Proverbs 4 and 16, for they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. And then this is what they do, man, right? For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. That's seven abominations in their heart. They can't do right, man. It's a, but the path of the just is as the shining light that shineth more and more unto the perfect day. These devils can't get right. And as it tell you in was it Isaiah 26 and 10, let favor be showed to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness, right? Let him not, and how Eldam not the Zappa had worded it a couple of weeks ago, about a week or two ago. It said, let favor be showed to the wicked. The Lord showed these devils favor when he gave them the earth to rule, man. And they have ruling it in wickedness, man. He showed them favor by letting them rule this earth because this is their playground, man. And they have ruled it in total wickedness, man. Total wickedness. So these devils is running around here living by the sword, not knowing they're gonna die by that same sword, man. You see, their foot is in a trick bag, man. It have always been that way, man. And now these devils being exposed, man. Let me get a couple more of your brother precepts. This is out Bunyan Hall put up Psalms 92 and 6. A brutish man knoweth nothing, neither doeth a fool understand this. When the wicked spring as the grass, and when all the workers of iniquity do flourish, it is they that shall be destroyed forever. Right, man? Beautiful. This is verse 8. But thou, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, are most high forevermore. Beautiful. You see, these devils don't understand what's going on, man. That's why I say in Second Ezra 11. Let's get this. With I've been bringing this out so much, I'm about to burn a hole through my phone. Second Ezra 11:39. Are not thou it that remainest of the fourth beast, whom I made to reign in my world, that the end of their times might come through them? So what we see is going on is the Lord is revealing these devils through them own selves, man. You got what is that? Psalm 64, right? And 8, verse 7 say, let's read it. Another brother put up on the comment board. Let's read this. Psalm 64 and verse 7. It reads, but power, Yahweh Shema Shah, shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And that's what we see going on. Hey, subscribe to my backup channel. Subscribe to my backup channel. Matter of fact, let me put it on the comment board. Because these devils at any time, man, my channel, my main channel gonna get blocked, man. I'm telling you. It's coming. And well, I'm on the other backup channel, GMS True Words for Life. And my other backup channel, let me put this up. Just so you'll have it, just in case you don't know about it. These devils is hurt, man, because it's truth, man. These devils is hurt, man. Let's see. Just in case. And it's crazy how they block my main channel and my first backup channel, which is GMS Your Redemption Drive Now. They blocked them for a week. Both of them at the same time because they knew I was going to go use my main backup channel first. So then you got It's Over 7 and the one I'm on now, GMS True Words for Life. That's what I'm going to be at all week. And I think I'm going to start using It's Over 7. I probably use that one tomorrow, Lord willing. I need to start using that one. Anyway, start just to be, to get it going. It's going, but I need to get on it a little more because these devils, man. Oh, and I got my backup channel also on Odyssey, which is GMS and the Truth Orlando. So check that out because all my videos that I do on YouTube on my main channel, I got a link directly with Odyssey. So every video I do on my main channel, it's already over there. Every time I do a video, it goes directly to Odyssey. So beautiful precept. Let's read this. Because I upon your holder, Luke 21:15. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries should not be able to gainsay nor resist. No, all they can do is take the videos down. They can't gainsay nor resist none of these lessons, man. All they can do is take the videos down. That's it. Or block the whole channels, man. And we don't care. We're going to keep creating new channels. What these people think it is that Jake is all caught up in the numbers of subscribers. It doesn't matter about the subscribers, man. These lessons is in the heavens, man. That's what's important, man. And as the Lord said in Hebrews 10:27, my sheep hear my voice, I know them, and they follow me. So whoever's supposed to get it, they're going to get it, man. YouTube, Google thinking niggas caught up in how many subscribers you got. That isn't important in the truth. What's important in the truth is the truth, man. Beautiful. Oh, let's get this. Because I'll bring your heart. Second Maccabees 15:16. The young brother bring this out loud in the camp. It said, take this holy sword, a gift from power, Yahweh Shema Shah, with the which thou shalt wound the adversaries. That's all 17 of these heathen nations, man. Yes, the water. This is because I bring your holder. Jeremiah 5:14. Wherefore thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah, power of hosts, because you despise this word, behold, it said, because ye speak this word, behold, I will make my words in thy mouth fire, and this people would, and it shall devour them. Yeah, man. Let me get this. Hosea 6 and 5. Hey, this truth is beautiful, man. It's going out, and these devils can't gainsay nor resist. All they can do is take down the videos. That's it. That's all they can do. Hosea 6 and 5. Therefore have I hewed them by the prophets. I have slain them by the words of my mouth, and thy judgments are as the light that goeth forth, man. Let me get this. I gotta get this. Second Ezra, uh, is it 14? Second Ezra 14 and 38. And the next day, behold, a voice called me, saying, Ezra, open thy mouth and drink that I give thee to drink. Then opened I my mouth, and behold, he reached me a full cup, which was full as it were with water, but the color of it was like fire. What did John say in Matthew 3 and 11? He that cometh after me shall baptize you with the Holy Spirit and with fire. Then opened I my mouth, and behold, he reached me a full cup, which was full as it were with water, but the color of it was like fire. And I took it and drank. And when I had drunk of it, my heart uttered understanding, and wisdom grew in my breast. For my spirit strengthened my memory, and my mouth was open and shut no more. This is Psalms 19 and 2. Day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night showeth knowledge. There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. Their line is going out through all the earth, and their words to the ends of the world. And them who the hopefully elect have he set a tabernacle for the sun. What's that mean? This truth is shining bright throughout the four corners of the earth to wake up the hopeful elect, man. And you can't stop this. This is Jeremiah 23. Let's get this. Jeremiah 23. And hold on, Salakia. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Is it 26? What is it? Jeremiah 23, I think it is. Let's see, Jeremiah said he couldn't keep his mouth closed. What is that? Jeremiah 20? Yeah. This is Jeremiah 20 and 9. It reads, Then I said, I will not make mention of him, nor speak any more in his name, but his word was in my heart as a burning fire, just like Ezra, I just read. But his word was in my heart as a burning fire, shut up in my bones, and I was weary with forbearing, and I could not stay. You can't stop bringing this truth out, man. You can't stop, man. So these devils is hurt. They're going to be destroyed. You have been put in a trick bag. The Lord blessed you with a sword. Your father Isaac, which was Yahweh, blessed you with the sword, but never told you that you was going to die by that same sword, man. Hey, so the Lord was edifying. Gotta give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Yakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone who rule well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all Israel, whether can accept it or not. And the sincere salutation to all our can pushing this truth and believing this truth toward the four winds of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hopeful elect. Shalom to the Aqua who are listening and learning, the few sisters who are listening and learning. Hey, the water for the precepts, Akim, the water for putting the precepts up, the water for tuning in. May Yahweh Shema shall continue to bless you in your houses. Stay prayed up. I'm gonna be on this channel, maybe my other backup channel, because my main backup channel is Strike 2. So maybe on my other two backup channels this week. And I guess I'll be on Strike till next Wednesday on my main channel. So, while for tuning in, may Yahweh Shema shall continue to bless you in your houses. Stay prayed up. Hey, because any moment, man, things gonna get ugly. At any moment, things can get ugly. At any moment, man, stay prayed up, man. Shalom, wa abba.